Well, hi, and thanks for stopping by the Pellets and Pistons Airgun channel. We got a gorgeous day here in New England, but I think we've got a little bit of a front moving in. The clouds are kind of intermittent, and the wind is starting to pick up. So hopefully that won't affect the video because we're doing something kind of cool today. We're at the bench with a custom Webley Longbow air rifle in 177 caliber. This gun was customized by a gentleman named Jan Kraner. Those of you who've been into springers for any length of time, especially guys my age or a little bit younger, they'll recognize that name. And he is one of the most wonderful airgun tuners, as well as a custom stock maker that you're ever going to find. Now, this particular gun is polished up and blued to the point where it is flawless. The stock is a gorgeous piece of walnut. I'll give you a closer look at this thing as I go over a little bit with it. But the stock is beautiful walnut, hand checkered by Jan himself. You can actually see as we get to the forend that there's a little bit of run out in the line that's at the very top of the checkering pattern as it runs down the forend, about maybe 4/5 of the way out towards the front. You'll see where the lines actually ran together. That's a little bit of a mistake that even a master checkering guy like Jan can make, because I've made that same mistake myself several times. So at any rate, that to me, that's a nice touch. It shows it was hand done, and it always reminds me that this is a special rifle. Internally, I don't know what Jan did. I'm afraid to take this apart because it shoots so good. I don't want to change a thing. From what I've been told, the muzzle brake that's on this rifle is a Venom muzzle brake. I wouldn't doubt that. A lot of these Webleys went through the Venom process, and then from there it looks like it went to Jan, where he just went crazy on it. So it shoots like a gas ram. I don't know for sure. Like I said, I'm not going to open it up, but it feels so smooth, so fast, so quiet. Everything about this gun is just exquisite, and it's also performs as good as it looks, and that's why we're here today. I've been out here shooting at 55 yards, and this gun is shooting incredibly well at 55 yards. As a matter of fact, normally when I shoot at 55 yards, I'm shooting a gun that was zeroed at 25 yards, and then I simply use my dots as a holdover reference to make those 55-yard shots. Today I did something a little different. I had this gun zeroed at 25, but I sat down here and I carefully got it zeroed to the point where I'm very satisfied with it, so that it is point of aim at 55 yards. So today we're going to do a little bit of shooting. Hopefully it won't disappoint us. It wasn't disappointing me before we got on camera, so I got a feeling it'll stick there and do really well today. So I want you to stick around. This is going to be awesome, and thanks again for stopping by the Pellets and Pistons Airgun channel. Alright, so we're out here on this gorgeous afternoon with this gorgeous Webley Longbow air rifle, which has gone through the Venom process, and it's also been tuned by a gentleman named Jan Kraner. He did the custom work on this beautiful ambidextrous walnut stock. He did the checkering, and he also tuned the rifle to the point where I can't tell if this thing's a gas ram or a spring gun. I really can't. It just shoots as smooth as glass. It's sublime to shoot this rifle. So we're going to be shooting at 55 yards. We're going to be shooting H&N Field Target Trophy pellets. These are the 4.50 millimeter diameter, and they come in at 8.64 grains. I've been doing pretty good today at 55 yards, but this is going to be about my fourth take because I'm trying to do this all in one shot without a miss, and so far I haven't been able to do that. So we're going to give it a shot again. Now, just to give you an idea at the size of the targets out there at 55 yards, the largest one is roughly 1¼ inches. The one to the left of that, or to the right, I mean, of that one, is roughly 3/4 or 1 inch. The one to the right of that is roughly 5/8 of an inch, and then the final one to the right, which is kind of hard to see now because most of the paint's been worn off, and that's because I've been shooting the daylights out of it before I started the cameras to make sure I was on target. That one is roughly 1/2 inch in diameter. Now, usually when I shoot at these ranges, I zero my gun at 25 yards, and then I just use my holdover points on the scope in order to figure out where to shoot and aim at 50 yards. But today I went ahead and, not 50, but 55 yards. Today I went ahead and just zeroed the scope, so I'm shooting dead on at 55 yards instead of using any sort of holdover. Makes it a little easier on me. Something else that makes it easy is this scope. Even though it's not quite as powerful as I'd like as far as magnification goes, it's a 3-to-9 power UTG Hunters Series scope, and it has an illuminated reticle, something I always thought was a gimmick. But here I am out here, I'm shooting at 55 yards, and I'm in the shadows a little bit, and this scope has a red or green option on the illumination, and plus it has several levels of brightness. I'm on the lowest level of brightness. I'm shooting with the green light on the reticle, and it's absolutely wonderful. It really makes it easier for me to see what I'm doing. So just a couple of notes about what's going on. So anyway, we're going to make that first shot. We're going to shoot from left to right. We're going to shoot the biggest to smallest, and wish me luck, because I'm trying to get them all on my first try. So let's see how we do. Shot number 1 at your extreme left target. There we go. Shot number 1. Cross your fingers. I really want to get these all on the first try. So next one to the left. Again, that's about the size of a quarter here to my American friends, and roughly 3/4 to 1 inch to my European friends. There we go. Incredible rifle. Just to hit something roughly 3/4 of an inch at 50 yards with a piston powered gun, that's saying a lot for the gun. I'm not going to take any credit either. This is all on the rifle, and if there's any misses, those are all on me. Unless you want to blame this little bit of a breeze we've got. We've got an intermittent breeze of about 2 to 3 miles an hour. You might even be able to see those ferns down there at 55 yards moving around once in a while. All right, we're shooting the third from the left. Again, that's roughly 5/8 of an inch in diameter. Cross your fingers, hold your breath. Let's see if we can do it. Got a little wind. I'm going to look for that. It's mostly up on my end. I don't see the reaction down there at the target, but I can feel it up here. It's blowing from left to right. At this range, with an 8-grain pellet, I imagine the wind can play havoc, so we're going to give it a second to ease up before we make that third shot. You can see the tops of the trees are moving. But anyway, back to this rifle. It's such a sweet gun. This scope that I put on here, this is not an expensive scope. It's very affordable. You can get it through John at Keystone Airguns. KeystoneAirguns.com. John's a friend of mine. He sold me this scope, and I couldn't be happier. It really is a delightful scope. UTG Hunter Series 3-to-9 power. I forget what the objective is. I think it's 44 millimeter. It's got a 1-inch tube, and it's on a one-piece mount, and it's just wonderful. All right, I think the wind is let up. Let's go for that third shot. This is third from the left, roughly the size of a nickel, or maybe 5/8 of an inch in diameter. There we go. Wonderful. All right. Last but not least is that 1/2-inch guy. There's a lot of pressure on me now. I don't want to miss. I really want a clean sweep here. Hopefully we'll get it. You folks probably notice Hershey here. She's my old girl. She's a chocolate lab. She's been around for 15 years. I'm hoping she'll be around for a few more. She's got her issues. She's kind of finding it hard to get around. She has a condition called a paralyzed larynx. You might be able to hear her hacking from time to time while I do the video. It doesn't seem to do much, but it kind of makes it hard for her to swallow sometimes. Just one of those maladies we all get as we get older. Getting old's no fun, folks. Stay young as long as possible. All right, last shot. Half inch, 55 yards, extreme right hand target. Let's see how we do. Yeah, clean sweep, folks. 55 yards. That is amazing. I just absolutely, oh, I love this gun. All right, with that, we are going to zoom you in, and we are going to hit that bell because we need to celebrate this stunningly beautiful rifle, stunningly accurate rifle. So stick around. I'm going to readjust that camera so you can see what we're doing. We're going to ring that bell. All right, it's time to celebrate this fantastic Webley Longbow air rifle. It's been customized by none other than Jan Kraner. I keep saying Kramer, folks. I'm sorry. It's held over from my days of Seinfeld. His name is Kraner with an N, Jan Kraner, and he just does exquisite work. And, I hope he sees this video. I'm not even sure if Jan is still with us. I probably should have checked before I did the video. But if you are, Jan, wonderful job on this thing. I am thrilled to own it. I can't thank you enough for your time and effort on this rifle. Here we go. Shot number 1 at that bell at 60 yards. Oh, there's a ringer. What a sweet rifle. Everything about it. When you hear the shot, you know. I mean, most of you guys that have been around spring guns as long as I have, you can tell just by the sound whether or not that gun's going to be a pleasant gun to shoot. And this one here tells you everything you need to know. Shot number 2. Oh, there's another nice ring. We'll do one more shot. 3 bells for this gorgeous, gorgeous rifle. I'm absolutely in love with this gun. And shot number 3. So that, folks, is the custom Jan Kraner customized Webley Longbow air rifle. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm so glad you stopped by the Pellets and Pistons Airgun channel today. If you haven't subscribed already, please do that. Hit the bell to be reminded of future videos, and by all means, give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this one. Thanks again, folks. Have a great day.